Hello everyone, welcome back. I think we are on part 16 now, are we? And we're only here. It's a bit rubbish, eh? Quite a lot of text as well, right? We've got to talk to this witch, the other witch. The monkeys are going to talk to us. Got all sorts going on here. Okay, so here we have Maho Obaba no Kusuriya? Actually not sure. Yeah, seems it is Kusuriya. So Maho just meaning like kind of the way or study of magic, or, you know, magic. And then Obaba just meaning the... Well, actually, this gets translated as like hag, doesn't it? In English, the old hags, isn't it? Old hags potion shop. So yeah, don't say Obaba to old ladies, because it's rude, basically. But obviously, whichever one is in the woods, I don't know which one it is. Kotake? Don't know. She called herself Obaba, which is fine. But yeah, don't be saying this. And then kusuri is like medicine or potion. Or drugs of some kind, I guess. And then ya, as we've seen before, is basically just a trader or a dealer of certain things. Or a shop, quite often. So it's the magic hags potion shop, yeah. As I'm sure you knew. Hello. Oh, irashai. So we've seen all that, just laughing, and then irashai meaning like, you know, please come in. Atashi no kusuri wa yo kiku denao. Don't know what the ending is there, it's kind of weird. But Atashi, kind of funny that she's gone for that. Just basically watashi, but very feminine, very kind of cutesy sounding, I believe. Might not have been at the time that this game is set, but yeah, you can't say Atashi in real life. Don't say it. Atashi no kusuri. So my potions. And yo kiku. I wonder if yo basically just means yoku, or I think it just means, you know, very, or yeah, I think, you know, I'm sure it just means like very, or considerably, or whatever. But I don't know if it's a alternative way of saying yoku from some, you know, dialect of Japanese, or what. But yeah, I think quite clearly it means very, or considerably. And kiku, obviously kind of funny because it's the same as the verb to listen, but different kanji. But this just means like to be effective. So my potions, you know, are very effective, or have an effect, or a very efficient kind of thing. Yo kiku deno. I don't know what deno's doing, but it's just some sentence ending thing that slightly changes the vibe of how she said it. It doesn't really change the meaning, just changes the vibe to it. Nandatte. Nandatte is just, you know, yeah, just like what, and then this is like the quoting particle again. Nandatte, like what did you say? What quote? What quote? What have you said? What are you saying? Oh, okay, so it's koume, koume, I believe, in the woods there. Koume-san ga staru kedo ni. There's no verb. Quite interesting, but obviously we would expect maybe yalareta te to be on the end. Yalareta, like by the Skull Kid, Koume-san ga. So Koume-san by the Skull Kid, but then no verb. But obviously very much implied is, you know, she was beaten by the Skull Kid, or she's been attacked by the Skull Kid, or whatever. Sonna bakana. Yeah, I think what's going on here actually is she's going to say like a bakana hanashi or bakana koto because she thinks what we've said is so like idiotic. Such a stupid thing to say that she's just like, sonna, as in like such a, or that much of a idiotic story, or kind of, again, maybe like, cut out such idiotic lies, maybe, is what she's kind of implying here. Sonna bakana. Such an idiotic, and then trailed off there, sonna bakana. So she doesn't believe us, it seems. And then, nande staru kiddo gotoki ni. Gotoki ni. Gotoki ni. I know that gotoku means to be like something. In fact, the Yakuza games in Japanese are called, I think they're called Ryu. Aren't they called like Ryu Gotoku or something? Which means like as a dragon, or the same as a dragon, or just like a dragon. But obviously doesn't translate very well, so we just call them Yakuza. But yeah, Ryu. Oh no, it's Ryu ga Gotoku, I think, which just means like a dragon, the same as a dragon, as a dragon. But Gotoki ni, don't really know what's going on here. Nande, so just why? Staru kiddo Gotoki ni. I wonder if this is like, or how, or in what way would someone, such as the Skull Kid, how would they be able to best Komei? I wonder. Nande staru kiddo gotoki ni. Like, why would someone of the Skull Kid's sort, or how would someone of the Skull Kid's sort, be able to, best Komei? I think is what's going on there. まあ、それが本当なら、この薬を届けてやっておくれよ。悪いね。So this is just considering what we've said. This is just going, given that, no, not given that. Just kind of expresses a bit of expresses that she's thinking, I suppose. それが本当なら, so, kind of if that is true, or if that is real. And just so you know, this is the same as hontou, but it just gets shortened down a lot. Honto nara. So if that's true, kono kusuri, this medicine, todokete yatte okure yo. So todokeru is to like deliver something, or to kind of deliver something, basically, I think, or to take something to someone. Todokete yatte. I think that's just kind of roughening it up, just because that's how she speaks. So kind of like, take this, and then okure. But I'm not sure if that's simply the same as kure. Todokete yatte kure. It might be okureru. No, it might be okuru, like as in to send something. Like to send a parcel, or to dispatch something. Okure. And then that's the obviously that's the imperative form. Todokete yatte okure. Yo. It could be that. It could be that. I'm gonna I think I might suggest that it's just like an honorific with kure. I'm not too sure, honestly. And then warui ne is just kind of like, I think she's just saying out loud, like, this is a bad situation, like this isn't good. Warui ne. Yeah, I think that's all that's going on there. Akai kusuri iri bin wo moratta. So received a bean or a bottle, inside which there is entered, I guess, or containing, a bottle containing red potion. Akai kusuri wa tairyoku kaifuku. So red potion, body power, like go back, revive, or you know, kaifuku just means to recover, as we've probably seen quite a few times. So body energy or health, kaifuku, recovery. Bin no recycle ni go kyōryoku o. So recycle is just recycle. So the recycling of the bottle. Ni go kyōryoku o. So I think this might be omitting something like... It might be omitting like a request. Go kyōryoku o onegai suru? Onegai shimasu, maybe? Kyoryoku is like to, kind of means like to cooperate or to work together, I guess. Kyoryoku, go kyoryoku, or maybe like just like the joining of forces or whatever. So I think it might mean like, you know, like asking us for our kind of like our shared endeavor to recycle bottles. Maybe our shared, they want us to also take part in the recycling of bottles. Yeah, I feel like there would be like a pleading verb at the end, like please, you know, also take part in the recycling of bottles, or as I'm sure it says in English, you know, reuse the bottle after you've used this red potion. And then we've read all that. Hayaku kusuri wo todokete yatte okure. So we got the same thing, just with hayaku at the beginning, just meaning quickly, you know, deliver that potion. And then I think, as I said, I think this is just like a weird kind of combo of imperative with an honorific, kind of saying like, please deliver that potion quickly. That's kind of weird. Just a green rupee behind there in vanilla. Whoops. Let's go. Where do you get the bunny hood from in vanilla? Is it from the chicken guy? I think it's the chicken guy, right? Hello. Kono... Sorry, I'll use the mouse. Kono awarena obaba no sugata wo mite nanto ka shiyou to wa omowarai no kai? Okay. Aware. I think aware, well, with na on the end, at least. Awarena is like pitiful. Let's just look that up. I think it's like... I think it's pitiful. Well, awareru can... Oh, no, sorry. What's going on, man? Awaremu. I don't want that. Surely I must need ru on the end. Awarena. Awareru. Awarena. It must mean like pitiful, pitiable. Awarena. I think it does. I think it. I'm gonna go with that. So this awarena obaba, old lady. So this pitiful old lady's condition or form or state or whatever. See, or to look at. So looking at this pitiful old lady. Nanto ka shio, like, I suppose I must or endeavour to do something. Endeavour to do something. To wa omowanai no kai? Just meaning like, don't you think, you know, I will endeavour to do something. When, like, kind of when you look at this pitiable old lady, I suppose, is what's going on here. Kono awarena o baba no sugata o mite, nanto ka shio to wa omowanai no kai. So yeah, I think this first bit just kind of sets the scene of the next bit. So it's like this bit comes first. So you look at this old pitiful lady, and don't you think, you know, to endeavour to do something? So she's kind of criticizing us, I suppose. Like, doesn't looking at me make you want to help? Which I guess it does. Ah, sono iro, sono kaori. So just the noise, that colour, that, like, scent, I suppose, that smell. Sore wa masashiku kotake ba-san no. This is like a possessive no at the end. It's like that. Masashiku is like, I suppose for sure, is it? Yeah. Surely, no doubt, evidently. So masashiku kotake ba-san no. So as I said, it's like a possessive. So that is undoubtedly Kotake's doing, or Kotake's product, Kotake's potion, or whatever. Dig on in. Oh, Minagiru power. So again, just the noise, and Minagiru is just like, I suppose, to kind of flow through your body, or to, I think to well up. Like it's, yeah. To swell up, to rise, to be full of. So yeah, I guess it just sort of wells up and kind of, yeah, rises up. I don't know, this power, which is literally, you know, power. I don't really have an example, actually, no, but, you know, obviously the power kind of just, I suppose, builds up. It builds up inside of her, maybe. She feels the power building up and coming back to her. Kome fukatsu. Fukatsu is basically, katsu is like activity. It kind of means activity. Like in kind of a busy kind of way, a busy activity. And fuku is the same fuku from kaifuku, meaning to revive. So it's like my livelihood, my lively activity returns or revives, or less literally, fukatsu just means to recover. So yeah, kome fukatsu. Kome recovery is sort of what she's shouting out, I suppose. Tasukatta yo anta. And as we said before, tasukatta is kind of intransitive. So it's like, I was helped, I have been helped. And then anta, just you. But as I said before, you can say tasukatta to kind of mean you helped me, even though grammatically it kind of doesn't mean that. It's acceptable to mean that in Japanese. So tasukatta yo anta, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like you helped me, basically. Watashi wa Numa no kankou gaido de ボートクルーズをやっているんだけど yeah, okay. So I swamp like visitor's guide. I think this is like guide here kind of means like the not like a person. I think they mean a building, which is kind of dumb. Maybe. I'm not really sure because you've got de here, but I don't think de usually doesn't mean in the capacity of. It doesn't usually apply to. Doesn't usually apply to things. It's not like in the capacity of a tour guide, a sightseeing guide. I do boat cruises, so I'm a bit confused by it. It could mean that, like I act as a sightseeing guide or a tourist guide. I think we should assume it does mean that, but I'm not sure. I've tried to use det like this in the past, and it hasn't gone well, basically. So my understanding of it was clearly flawed. I wonder if this kankou gaido actually could mean like, you know, the tourist centre. So therefore it's like at the tourist centre I do boat cruises. And then yatteiru n dakedo is just kind of, I think just, you know, again, it's just kind of modestying. It's modesting it up a little bit, saying dakedo at the end. Like, I do boat cruises, but, you know, I don't know if you're interested, but I do boat cruises. And anta ga noritai nara, itsu demo oide, sabisu suru yo. Yeah, so if you want to ride or board the boat cruise or whatever, if you desire riding or boarding or doing the boat cruise, itsu demo, anytime, whenever, oide, meaning, you know, as we've seen, like come to me, approach me. And then sabis, standing for the word service, which the Japanese have incorrectly decided means to do something for free. Sabisu suru, you know, I will do it for free, is what's going on. But I don't know why they think service means free. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous, but that's what it means. Can't leave the signs alone. I just have to cut them up. Oh, we've got the monkeys. Here we go. Oh, they're going to speak funny, aren't they? Omae kawatta chikara motteru daro. So you, strange power, like, are in a state of possessing, aren't you, I suppose? No kanji for these guys. Oh, there is one. Datte zutto miteta. I think datte here kind of means like, it gives a reason almost. It's like the reason I know. In this case it is anyway. The reason I know. As zutto kind of just means like for a long time. Yeah, very long time. Zutto miteta. Like I have been in a state of watching you for a long time. That's why I know that. Kono numachi saikin doku ga hirogatte sumenaku natte kita. So yeah, this swamp place. Saikin, recently. Doku, just meaning like poison. Hirogatte, or hirogaru, is to spread, basically. So poison is spreading, and that's intransitive, of course. No one's spreading the poison. The poison just is spreading through the water or whatever. Doku ga hirogatte sume naku natte kita. So this is naru, meaning to like become, and then sumu means to reside somewhere. And so sumeru is the potential form, so to be able to reside somewhere. And so sumenaku is the negative potential, so it's to not be able to reside somewhere. So, and then kita at the end means like it has come to be. It has come to become unresidable, unlivable, uninhabitable. And I think it just means that, like, over a period of time, it has slowly, or bit by bit, come to be unlivable, uninhabitable. That's kind of what kita does at the end. It has come to this point in time where it is unlivable. Taki no ue no shinden ayashi. So the temple, like above the waterfall, is ayashi, which means, I suppose, like suspicious. Yeah, suspicious, dubious, doubtful, dodgy. That's a good word. Ayashi. Oila no kyodai shinden ni ita. So oira, was that my brother or our brother? Shinden ni ita. Went to the temple. Dakedo shinden iriguchi wakaranai. However, temple, like enter mouth or entrance, wakaranai, to not be clear, to not understand. Shinden dekunatsu no mono. The temple is the deku's like thing, the deku's thing, the deku's place, the deku's object. Kyodai dekunatsu tachi ni tsukamate shiro no naka. So yeah, brother captured by the dekus inside castle, or inside the castle. He is inside the castle, even though the verb is not there. You know, shiro no naka ni iru would be ideal, but he's a monkey, right? He speaks kind of silly, like broken English in English, doesn't he? So I guess it's the same thing in Japanese. He just doesn't speak Japanese properly. Tasukete, just meaning, you know, help us, or help him, or whatever. I like keeping up with them and just watching them vanish from the map. It's funny. And they've gone. Okay, let's put this on. Can't help tapping A. The rando. I didn't hit the owl. I didn't hit it. Thought I had. Mind. Oh, yeah, look. Okay, that's good. That's good. So it's Numa no Kankou Gaido. So seems I was correct to think that it doesn't mean a person. So Gaido. So it's the building, I assume. It must be, right? Because it's telling us that we've just entered the swamp. I should have gone over this, shouldn't I? Well, Kankou basically means sightseeing. I don't know why, to be honest, because this one means light, and this one means like a much more kind of intent, much more kind of intentful look. So it means much more like to watch something more intently. The other one, this is read as miru, as well as the other kanji that means like to look or to see. Miru. They're both miru, but this kanji differs in that I believe this is much more like, you know, to much more intent watching of something, or a much more intent looking. So it's like to intently look at light. But I suppose this must This must have other meanings with it, or maybe it doesn't, and just kanko means sightseeing. Not entirely sure, but yeah. And then guide, of course, must mean the building. Oh, sakki wa arigato yo. So yeah, oh, just a noise. Sakki meaning, you know, before or a little while ago. The events a little while ago or whatever. Arigato, just meaning thank you. And then yo, just, you know, strengthening it up or whatever. Anta nara, konkai tokubetsu ni boto cruise ni tada de nosete ageru yo. So, like you especially, or you uniquely, I guess, in your case. Konkai, now's time, or this time. Tokubetsu ni, like especially, or specially. Boto cruise ni, yeah, like kind of on the boat cruise, I suppose. Tada de means for free, which is quite a useful word actually. Tada de suru. Tada de just means for free, and then, excuse me, noseru is kind of the it's the causative form. So it's like I will cause you to ride the boat cruise for free, especially. But I suppose causative also means let. So it's like I will let you have the boat cruise for free. Nosete ageru. So again, obviously she's doing it as a favor to us. She considers herself, like everyone does, grammatically, to be beneath the person they're doing favors for. So you ageru it to people as favors. So nosete ageru. I will let you ride the boat cruise for free. But yeah, just to note, I suppose, even though causative is usually, you would expect this to be norasete ageru, but I don't think that. Oh, it does exist. Maybe noseru is like its own standalone verb. Then I think it is. Seems it is noseru. Yeah, maybe it's its own verb, but it's essentially the same thing. You could have nosete ageru, or maybe you could even have norasete ageru. But yeah, they basically mean the same thing. Nosete ageru yo. So she's going to let us ride for free. So, ima campaign chu. So like, that's right. Oh, yes. Now, campaign chu. We are in the midst of a campaign. We are in the middle. We are inside the middle of a campaign, or there is a campaign ongoing right now. As I sort of said in a previous part, campaign means like a promotion at the moment. So basically, oh, now, you know, we're running a promotion right now. Dakara koitsu mo tsukete yaru yo. Dakara, so, or for that reason. This also. Tsukete yaru, I suppose it means like tsukeru is to attach something. So in this case, it's like the picto box that she's about to give us. It's attached to the offer of the free boat cruise, the free boat ride. Although it's not that it's attached. It's like she will throw it in with the free boat cruise, because it's tsukeru. So that's transitive verb. So it's like she will throw it in. She will attach it to her offer of a free boat cruise. But obviously that's taking it very literally. But that's kind of what tsukeru means. Tsukete yaru. Obviously less literally. It just means, you know, so also, you know, take this. This comes with it. Okay. Is this utsushie? Utsushie no hako, or is that bako? Okay, it is utsushie. I'm really glad about that, because I'd completely forgotten how to read that for a second there. Utsushie no bako o te ni ireta. I'm going to say buckle. I don't know if it's buckle, but to be honest, these things don't actually usually matter. You could say huckle, I think. You could say buckle. It basically doesn't matter. It's almost up to the speaker sometimes, whether you use the dakuten or not. So utsushien or buckle, I'm going to say, because I find that just a bit easier to say, I think. Utsushie. In my dictionary, I've got like magic lantern picture, child's copying pictures, or shadow graph. But I believe this is utsusu. Is that just to copy something, to duplicate, to transcribe, to duplicate, to reproduce, to imitate, to trace? So yeah, it's just like a duplicate picture box, or you know, as we know, pictograph box, a camera. Teni ireta, you got it. Shi de tsukatte, so via C, use it. A de utsusu, using a, duplicate, or take pictures, yeah. Totte okeru no wa ichimai dakedo nando demo tori naoseru mitai. Okay, there's quite a bit going on here. So toru, we're quite lucky with this actually, is that in English we say to take a picture. And the English for... And also they basically do the same thing in Japanese. Like to take something off of a table is toru in Japanese. And also to take a picture is also toru. But it uses a different kanji, which I guess I can probably comment the kanji in this, in the text document once I've uploaded this. So yeah, we're quite lucky in that they use like the same verb. They say take picture. So toru, totte. And this is the oku, which was the kind of the verb suffix, meaning to do in preparation for something else, to do in advance of something else. But the difference here is that this is potential form. Excuse me. So it's like the can take in advance is one only. No, one is one. The taking in advance is one. So what you can, I suppose, what you can take in preparation for the future is one, but nando demo, which basically just means, nando demo just means like what number of times even, or however many times, basically. However many times... tori, oh, there's the kanji, sorry, I don't need to really comment it. That's the kanji for toru. Tori naoseru mitai. So looks as though, or seems as though, any number of times. And tori naosu, well, naosu means to sort of repair. But when it's sort of added on to another verb like this, it means to do again. So tori naoseru means, and that's potential form, obviously naoseru. So tori naoseru means to be able to retake. You can retake however many times it seems as though, or it looks as though. Looks as though you can retake any number of times. But what you can take and save for the future is only one picture. But yeah, you could retake that any number of times. Boto kara ii utsushi e toretara soko no oyaji ni motte ikina. Yeah, so from the boat, good, like photo, I suppose. When or if you can take, a good picture from the boat. Over there's like old guy, I suppose. Over there's old man. He's not really old though, is he? Oyaji. Just that bloke, I suppose. That bloke over there. To that bloke over there. like take it. Motte iku is to take something. And I think that if you basically use the stem of it, motte iki na, it just kind of sounds like motte iku ne or motte ite ne. Motte iki na. Yeah, I think it's just the same as like motte ite ne. Take it to him over there, okay? And that's obviously a key difference between the negative imperative, which is to not, to like don't do something. If this was the negative imperative, it would be motte iku na, meaning like don't effing well take it to him. But that's something to pay attention to. Motte iki na is like motte ite ne. So yeah, be careful of which one you use, because if you use the dictionary form with na at the end, it's going to be a negative imperative. So so be careful of that. And then soreja hajimeru yo. So with that discussed, with that cleared up, with that being said, hajimeru yo. I will start. I will start the boat cruise. Oh. Okay. Honjitsu wa boto cruise ni yokoso. Okay, interesting. Honjitsu. Hon kind of just means like, what does hon? Well, honjitsu means today, basically. Because hon kind of means this very or the very. Like, for example, if you said hon nin, it would mean like the very person. And in that sense, it's like the very person whom we're talking about, or the very person in question. And so honjitsu is like the very day being experienced now. This very day is kind of what's going on there. Honjitsu today, honnin. So maybe if you're talking with your friend about someone else, you could refer to the person you're talking about. Maybe you could say like honnin ni stayenaide or something, you know, like don't tell the very person we're talking about. Or don't say it to the very person we're talking about. I think, yeah, honnin in my dictionary returns the result, the person himself, which is a bit sexist, isn't it? The person themselves would have been a bit fairer, but oh well. So yeah, honjitsu just means, yeah, the very day, today. And yokoso, I can't remember if we've seen this already actually, but yokoso just means like, you know, welcome to the boat cruise. And then honjitsu is just today's boat cruise, I guess, or the boat cruise today. And I kind of laughed when I read that because because there's quite a good meme. Well, not meme necessarily, just a picture that was quite funny that got shared. Well, what they do is they at like train stations, when the when the service has like stopped, when there are no more trains for the day, there'll be this message that will say like honjitsu wa like owarimashita, like today, the very day has finished. The service today has finished is what's implied, but there's a picture online somewhere where I'll link it. I'll try to link it in the description. It's just funny. But what they did is they got the order muddled up, and obviously if you put this before this kanji, it means Nihon, which means Japan. You know, it's like the origin of the sun. It's like where the sun rises, isn't it? It's named using China's characters. And so for that reason, where Japan is to China is where the sun rises. So it's where the sun like stands. It's where where the sun originates in the morning. So I think that's where Japan got its name. It's like where the character's sun and origin. But anyway, on this one day, yeah, they just muddled up the order, and so it said Nihon wa owarimashita, like Japan is finished, which was obviously quite a funny thing to read to whoever took the picture. Did I have anything more to say? Oh, well, you know, I suppose I did. Like, basically, you know, it's sun's origin, and I suppose that's why we call it the land of the rising sun, is because to China, that's where the sun rose from. And so it's caught on, obviously, in all the cultures, all the languages or whatever. And then we just have, you know, Utsushie no hako. I said it wrong. You could say hako. Utsushie no bako wa shi ni setto shite tsukayamasu. It's just potential form of to use. So you can use the pictograph box using C. Oh, there's more. Numa no keshiki wo kokoro yuku made o tanoshimi kudasai. So Numa is just swamp. Keshiki is like the scenery, basically. Keshiki. Yeah, scenery and the landscape. That sort of vibe. Numa no keshiki wo kokoro yuku made, I think, is like its own standalone phrase. And it means like until your heart is satisfied, I suppose, or to your heart's content is a more natural translation of it. Yeah, and that's literally what it says in my dictionary. To one's heart's content. Kokoro yuku made. I don't know why it's yuku. The kanji I'm getting here for that is the kanji for go, which can be read as yuku. But yeah, it's kind of its own standalone phrase, kokoro yuku made, to your heart's content. Or tanoshimi, that's just a kind of very polite keigo-y way of saying, you know, enjoy, to enjoy something. Or tanoshimi kudasai, please enjoy the swamp scenery to your heart's content. Yeah. And I guess I'll end that there. And carry on next time. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope it's been worthwhile. And see you next time.